What's going on, guys? Welcome back to TheVaultProScooters. My name is Austin, and today we're here for another unboxing. It's been a minute since I've done one of these, so I may be a little rusty, but bear with me and I'm sure we'll get through this together. Today we're going to be unboxing the Envy AOS V4 LTD deck. I'm not going to pronounce his last name because I don't want to butcher it, and he is way too good of a rider. I don't want him to hate me. So this is the Didine signature deck. If you don't know who Didine is, he's been part of Blunt/Envy Scooters for a while now. He's in that group of friends with like Flavio and Charles Padell, Jonathan Prony. He's an absolute shredder. The first time we really got to see him ride in all his potential was at Sovereign of Street. Dude just came out killing it. We didn't really know too much about him since he lived in France, and guy was sending like 50-50 front flips. James, if you can find the clips from Sovereign of Street, dude, just like insert a little bit just so the viewers know exactly what this man can do. All right, but Didine finally has a sick deck of his own, and there's something more special about this deck. So let's open it up and see what's inside. Envy decks are some of the most satisfying to open. All right, so just like any Envy deck, you have a break. You might be telling yourself, this deck looks a little big, right? Right? Big. No, I'm just kidding, don't make a meme. That's because this is a 6-wide deck. I guess that's what Didine wanted, and I mean, to this day, you guys, I don't think we ever thought we would see a 6-wide Envy deck. But here we are, 2019, and it's the first product that they've released this year, and it's crazy. So this is 6 inches wide, 23 inches long. So let me get my tape measure just so I can prove it to you guys. There you guys go, 23 inches long and 6 inches wide. I will say though, personally, I've ridden a few Envy decks, and this guy, you can see the chamfer here. This guy makes gripping the deck super easy because you have like something to set the razor blade on. But what it does is it also makes the deck feel slightly less wide than it actually is. This thing is big. I've held Siren decks. I've held the 6-wide Urban Art Bone deck, and this one feels bigger for some reason. Like, I'm not too sure why, but it's a beefy deck. Moving to the back of it, you can see it does come with Envy's deck ends. These things create some of the best feeling grinds out there just because you're not going to be sliding on the aluminum of the deck, you're going to be sliding on the plastic deck end. And the greatest thing is once these guys wear down, you can just buy a replacement pair. Another thing that I have noticed that Envy did with this guy is the deck is now 30 mil compatible. You guys can see where this kind of tapers in the rear dropout. That's the normal width of the dropout, but it extends to be a little bit wider, so you can fit 30 mil wide spacers and a wheel. So yeah, Envy actually does have 30 mil spacers now that you guys can buy. So if you get one of these decks, or you guys have any of the new 2019 Envy line scooters and you want to ride 30 mil wheels, you can buy the spacers. So if you're interested in those, buy a pair right there. Moving to the bottom of the deck, it does have Didine signature graphic. It does have the Envy sword with the King Cobra and Didine's name. Super awesome. It's a pretty cool graphic. You do have the standard Envy AOS V4 head tube, but not much more to say about this deck. 6x23, it's Envy's biggest deck to date, and it definitely is for, you know, particular riders. This isn't going to be for your average park rider, not even your average street rider. Honestly, I know a lot of street riders that prefer somewhat smaller decks in the 5, maybe 5.5, maxing out at the absolute most, and 6 is definitely for certain people. And if you're one of those, hop one for yourself and see how it is. But 6 wide, 23, I know you guys want to know how much it weighs. All right, so the deck weighs 4 pounds, 4.8 ounces, which is pretty reasonable for a deck of this size. It's pretty similar weight to a Siren or an Urban Art 6 wide, so nothing really odd here, but just in case you guys wanted to know, there you go. So other than the Didine deck, Envy did just drop some new pegs, so let's get into those. Here is the big peg that goes in the rear, and here's the small peg that goes in the front. Normally it is the opposite. Normally you'd ride the big peg in the front, little peg in the back. Envy wanted to do it a little bit different, and these pegs are designed to be ridden in that way. So if you guys do pick up a pair of these, make sure you do ride the big one in the back, not in the front, because it's not gonna clear. You do a bar spin, it's gonna hit your deck, and you're gonna get gonna get messed up. But let's open these up and get a closer look. All right, so here is the large peg. You guys can take a look at that while I open up the small one. And here is the small peg. This is the black on silver colorway, which is pretty cool. They do come in another colorway that we'll look in just a sec. But these pegs are Envy street pegs. As you guys can tell, I mean, they are big. Like, just look at that in my hand. This is a big peg, dude. If you're going through pegs left and right and you pretty much are a grind master, these are the pegs you're gonna want because there's so much surface on this peg to grind. But you guys can see they do have some Envy branding there, which is super cool. It's low key, I like it. It's not just screaming Envy on it, which is nice. And honestly, I mean, if you were to turn this peg upside down, I don't think you'd ever guess that it's an Envy peg. Envy is really, they're hitting hard with their street products, which I like. It's pretty cool. So you guys can see here, the peg does have 2 layers. The inside layer is aluminum, so it's gonna make the peg relatively light. And then this outer black ring is gonna be chromoly steel, which is gonna make sliding really, really good. You can see the small peg is the same way. These guys, honestly, not too heavy. So I grabbed the scale just so you guys can see. So you guys can see both the pegs with the peg spacer only weigh 4.9 ounces, which is very light. You guys may be asking yourself, but Austin, they don't come with axles. How am I gonna ride this? Don't worry, you guys can buy one of these. Envy does sell these peg axle kits on their own. You can see this one says single-sided. They do also make a double-sided. These guys are only like a few bucks, so make sure whenever you guys do buy a set of these pegs, you get yourself an axle pack with it. The pegs are sold individually, so you have to buy one in one. So then if you do end up wearing through one peg or the other, if you need a replacement, you don't have to buy a full new bunch, which is cool. I did say they come in a different color, so let's look at that. Here is the all black colorway. Personally, I do like the black on chrome a little bit better, but the all black is pretty sleek. But if you guys do want to see more of Envy's catalog, make sure you guys just head to our website and then you guys can check out every product that Envy makes. Other than the Didine deck and the new street pegs, that's pretty much all we have for the video today. So make sure you guys do smash that like button, subscribe to The Vault, and stay tuned for some more unboxings. We're gonna be bringing these back regularly. We know you guys like them, along with the normal custom builds and riding content. My name's Austin. I'll see you guys in the next video.